What's going on, Paisanos? V here, and today I have my Seyfert Thunder Dragon deck profile. It's about 40 cards in the deck, and to be stone cold honest with you, it's almost similar to the deck that topped the previous Pro Play Games Tour event not too long ago. It's a very good deck, and I think this deck is very consistent, and easily one of the best Thunder Dragon Seyfert combos, if not the best combo deck out right now. I think this deck is really good, obviously with it previously topping events and doing good in previous events. I think this deck can definitely still do good in this meta. I'm looking at this deck more or less until to see after the post-January Banlist, in which I think this deck will definitely stand out amongst all the decks, as this deck is really hard to hit on the Banlist. So what we're going to do is we're going to go over the main deck, extra side deck, and as we're doing that, I'm just going to give you guys my explanations for why certain cards are in this deck. So we're off the gate, let's go over the Thunder Dragon package, which is a very small package. Lulz. The Thunder Dragon package is very, very short, and the reason very short because you don't need it too much, and there's a card in extract that I'll explain later on that can really facilitate this. So you want duo for like your turn 2 ideally. You want to get Dragon Hawk early to your hand, and you only want to play 2 of the Dragon Dark and 2 Dragon Raw. You don't need anything else. Everything else is useless. After this video, I'll actually have a combo video I pre-recorded already, so I can show you the full combo. And you very easily go into this. You do not need a lot. You don't need to play regular Thunder Dragons. We're not running Titan. Those cards can brick your deck. And in combo, if you've been playing combo for a while, you already know the deck can easily brick replay combo. So you want to minimize it as best as possible. Up next, for our big body level 8 guys, we have 2 Chaos Dragon Leviers as well as Darkless Diabolos. You only need 2 Chaos Dragon Leviers. You can easily go into grab one throughout the combo, which I'll explain in the video once again at the end of this whole deck profile. And Darkless Diabolos, you just only play 1 to go into the sniping your opponent's hand, and of course going into the number 38. Then we have more dangers. So let's go into our danger package, and let me give you my explanations. We have 2 Shichinoko, 2 Nessie, 2 Jackalope, and 2 Mothman. Some people are running a 3rd Mothman, but I always feel like if you open with 2 Mothmans, and it's a better chance of this card getting sniped, and if it gets sniped, you're just cycling, and that's not really what you want to do with Danger Mothman. You really want to be putting it on board and getting it to effect to draw a card, and using other cards to help facilitate your fusion synchro monster, which I'll go into in a second. And then the other cards are going to be Danger Thunderbird. Some people are using Danger Thunderbird. Some people are using Danger Bigfoot. We're seeing a lot of people use also mixtures of Bigfoot and Thunderbird. I'm currently using Thunderbird right now, and the reason is very simple. I want to snipe my opponent's back row. Bigfoot will let you hit face-up cards. Thunderbird lets you hit set cards. I'd rather hit a set card with Thunderbird, so that's why I have it in here. That's the only reason I have it in here. Maybe after the Banlist, when the meta changes, I will, we'll see a lot more players play less back row heavy decks. But right now, being the fact that Striker Orcus is one of the best decks in the game, yeah, I'm going to play Thunderbird. Up next, guys, we have our 2 Vanillas, which is going to be Serpent and Flaming Guard. Like I said earlier, even though I do like Danger Mothman, because it works really good with Flaming Guard, you don't want to play 2 of them, because when it gets sniped, then you're really screwed. So I think you only need to play 1. You also play another level 4, obviously deck's called Seyfert, so that also works with Flaming Guard. And Galaxy Serpent is just the cards, I think it's stable in any kind of Seyfert combo deck, so that's just there as well. These are 2 very good vanilla monsters. We only play 2 Starlight Seyferts. I don't understand, and for the life of me, I really can't understand anyone that wants to play more than 2 of these. I think 2 Seyferts is more than enough. I think it's a perfect ratio. Running 3 can have a chance of opening an extra 1. And we're playing this deck at 40 cards. We don't play over 40 because we don't want to brick. We want to minimize the amount of bricking this deck can do. Any variant of any Thunder Dragon, any combo deck can do. And with 40, you do it very less. And when you have 2 Seyferts, you open Seyfert way less. I mean, yeah, I don't mind opening this card. I don't mind at all. But if I don't open this card, it's not the end of the world. I can go into it later on in the combo. And then we have 3 Draco Nets. Obviously, 3 Draco Nets. This card is really good. I think with a lot of Yu-Gi-Oh players, definitely playing more Ash and Permanents, this card gets to be less good, but it's still a phenomenal card if your opponent does not have Ash or does not have Impermanence. I'll put this card to the side because I think there's some cool stuff you can do with this card as well. I also play a lot of 1-ups. Like I play Luna the Dark Spirit. I still think this card's insane. This card was taken off for Goldstark. People were playing Goldstark instead of playing Luna. I don't like Ghost Strike whatsoever. Once again, the Thunder Dragon package is a very easy package to hit, and with Luna, you banish a Dark Monster to bring Luna out, so you don't really lose anything. You don't lose. It ain't like a Black Dragon Collapse Serpent and White Dragon Y Buster where you're losing a light now because you're bringing this guy out, losing a dark. Luna says get rid of the dark and then you bring out Luna. Helps you promote combo, and that's something I really do like a lot. And I think it's really good for the deck, to be honest with you. We play one Shroodo, which doesn't come up as much, but when it does come up, it does help out a lot. I'm always 50-50 on the Shroodo. I've always been like that. I like it, I don't like it. It's decent, it's not decent. I'm just all over the place as far as the Shroodo. If I had a chance, if I always take this out, I would play a second Luna Dark Spirit. But right now, I'm playing the Shroodo. It does come up every now and then. And then we're playing Omni Dragon Bro Tour. Now we're seeing a lot of Thunder Dragon Seyfert Combo decks not really run Bro Tour, but Bro Tour is going to help you get into Chaos Dragon Levinier. Like you go Bro Tour, you pitch, and that's going to cheat you a Levinier in your hand. So I really do like Bro Tour a lot, and I don't understand why a lot of players are not running this card. I think this card is a staple in any deck to get the Chaos Dragon Levinier because you want to end sniping 2 cards in your opponent's hand and putting a bunch of negations on board. And then of course you want World Child's Guard Dragon because you run the Synchro. And then for our rest of our monster lineup, we run 1 Black Dragon Collapse Serpent and 1 White Dragon Y Buster. Another card that is also very good for the combo. So the reason I have Dragon put to the side is because I run Unexpected Die, which I love. I love going Unexpected Die, and when you go Unexpected Die, you're gonna bring out Galaxy Serpent, and your opponent's gonna go okay, and then you just go Dragonet, and your opponent goes okay, and you go Activate, and they go okay, and then you bring out Flamebolt Guard. It's gonna do a bunch of things. These 2 cards are gonna help you go into your full combo right here. Now it's going to help you go into full combo. It's going to allow you to easily go into Appaloosa, which I personally like doing before I go into any of my Guard Dragon combos. So I like Dragonet when Unexpected Die. I think Unexpected Die is an insanely good card in this deck, and it definitely adds a level to a more consistency in this deck that we just have not seen before. So it's a phenomenal card. I highly recommend if you are looking to build this deck, definitely test this card out. Then of course, since we run a lot of Darks, you run 3 Allure of Darkness. You want World Legacy Guard Dragon. You want Dragon's Ravine. And you run a Monster You're Born. Monster You're Born is not needed as badly, but if you open your hand up with like a Galaxy Serpent and you have any of your dangers, especially level 3 dangers, obviously you set your Monster You're Born, and if you get your Galaxy Serpent sniped, you can bring out your level 3 danger, you draw a card, and then you Monster You're Born, your Galaxy Serpent, and that gets you their combo. This card is good in general in the deck. I think this card's very, very much needed to help you extend your current combo as well. So let's go into side deck because its side deck is very bland, and I like it I like it like that. I think a nice bland side deck is all you really need. This meta is bland, so why not have a bland side deck to match? So the first thing we're going to go into is 3-red Reboot. Obviously, control is a huge problem. I really do think this deck, unless your opponent doesn't draw optimal, loses to control right off the gate. So we're gonna play 3-red Reboot in game 2. So when our opponent tries to activate any of their control trap cards, we're gonna activate Red Reboot. And then we're going to go right past them. We're just going to go literally right past them and end them as fast as possible. Next up, we play 3 Twin Twisters. See Red Reboot, but Twin Twisters preemptively hits cards. So, there. That's basically that. Then after that, we're going to play 3 System Downs. Orcus is the name of the game right now. And if you sit down Orcus, your opponent more than likely doesn't have much to play against you. And they always have to reset their current game state. And while they're resetting, you're doing full combo. So if you can sit them down and still go off on your opponent full combo, yeah, it's pretty much a game at that point. And then we have 3 Artifact Lancias. Because Orcus is the name of the game, I can't wait till Orcus is gone. So we can take these six terrible cards out of our deck. And we can play other good cards. I have a lot of ideas for a lot of good cards, but as it stands right now, Orcus is the name of the game. So we gotta put these cards in. And my last 3 cards, and I play unironically, is Ghost Sister and Spooky Dogwood. So our combo takes a long while to do. In fact, I have the video after this, and when I play the video, it's me trying to do it and teach you guys, but at a decent pace, the combo run is about 15 minutes, average. 10 to 15 minutes. 10 minutes, opponent goes, I know what you're doing, do whatever you have to do, and they'll look, and they'll pass everything on. And they're really cool like that. More than likely, if you're playing at a regionals or YCS, they're going to want to read cards, they're going to see what you're doing, they want to be analytical, they want to see your board, you want to make sure you're not messing up any of your plays. So we're going to say about 15 minutes. If we're given 40 minutes, that means game 1, we got 15 minutes, game 2, we got 15 minutes, so that's 30 minutes, and after that, we have 10 minutes of your opponent actually playing Yu-Gi-Oh! So the opponent really can't do much, to be honest with you. Let's say somehow you win game 1, that's 15 minutes. Your opponent goes, let's say they're playing this exact deck, okay? So if they're playing this exact deck, what they're gonna do is they're gonna burn you for another 15 minutes. You're obviously gonna want to play a little bit, maybe not take a couple of minutes, but for the most part, that's all they're doing. Then game 3, what are you gonna do? Ghost of Spooky Dogwood. Abuse those terrible time rulings. Another great contender as far as card to put in the side deck would be something like Fantastical Dragon Phantasme, which will help allow you to go into Ghost of Spooky Dogwood. I'm stone cold serious, by the way. I really do think Post-Training and Banlist, that might be a contender to be in the side deck for this deck, because Ghost Sister Spooky Dogwood is what's going to win you the games in time. Especially your opponent's going to try to draw you out, or they accidentally read a card, or they try to play any games against you. You go Sister Spooky Dogwood. You go first. You open Phantasme or Ghost Sister Spooky Dogwood. Another reason why this deck is 40, by the way, to get your cards easier. And then you're just gonna get better. You're just gonna get better hands than they are, and then you're gonna blow them out. That's exactly what you're gonna do with this deck. That's exactly what I highly recommend for anyone playing this deck. No matter how good you are at this game, how good you are at this deck, you can't beat time. Time ruling is undefeated. Don't go against time. Work with the time. By working with time, you're gonna play Ghost Sister Spooky Dogwood. So that's why I put the Players card on my deck, and I'm a big advocate for this card in almost any combo deck in the current game as it currently stands right now. So let's go into the extra deck. It's very basic, and the extra deck is perfect. I think this is the perfect extra deck. I don't think there's no other reasons for why this extra deck is not perfect. You're going to go into 10 cards in the ideal combo. So one of the cards is going to be Ablucible the Goddess, which you want to go into as soon as possible. Next is going to be IP Masquerina, which you can end some pretty nutty boards with. Once again, I'll explain in the combo video. Obviously, you just play one Pisty, one LP. That's all you really need. You don't even need Aggropane. You just need these two. It's pretty good. Then you got Dragon Unite Romulus, which helps you get the field spell so you can dump, which you also need. You got Cyframe Lord Lambda, which is another Link 2, which you want to go into. I'd rather go into Lambda than IP Masquerina earlier, because you want to save Masquerina for later on. So that's the card you want to go into. You go into Thunder Dragon Colossus, which is part of your combo. You go into Trishula, Dragon of the Icy Imprisonment. This card's absolutely insane. If you don't know what this card does, it's really good. You got banish 3 Dragon Monster to bring it out and really use its effect. You can banish any monster, but 3 Dragon Monsters is what you want to do with this card. And this is the card you need, and this is the card you can use. And this is the reason why you don't play a huge Thunder Dragon package. What you do is you banish 3 Dragon Monsters. And what Trishula Dragon Icy Imprisonment does is, its effect says, hey, you look at your deck, you take it one card in your deck and you banish it. So what you're gonna do is you're gonna banish Thunder Dragon Roar from your deck. Then you banish top card of your opponent's deck. Okay, it's pretty good. And then you look at the extra deck, you choose one card, and you banish that card. So there's a lot. It gives you so much information by looking at your opponent's extra deck. I'm dead serious. If your opponent has a weak hand, they will more than likely scoop on this card alone. Besides the fact that you're gonna snipe 2 cards out their hand, this card is just absolute blowout against your opponent. So I'm dead serious. Even if you don't scoop, this card's gonna give you a lot of information as far as what your opponent's playing, and it's gonna give you a lot of insight as far as what you should do as far as continuing the rest of your combo. So when you banish Dragon Roar, by the way, it's gonna bring Dragon Dark, and we have Dragon Dark and Roar. These two you go into IP Masquerina. And when you go into IP Masquerina, you use Dark's effect to add Hawk to your hand, and then you go. You got Hawk because Colossus. This one card is going to let you do all that. So, I'm dead serious. I think Trishula Dragon Icy Imprisonment is a must-have card. This card's like $8 to $10 right now. Stone Cold Truth, this card should be a lot more money. I wouldn't be surprised if this card goes up in value post-January Banlist as everybody slowly starts to play the Dragon Combo. And then we have Ib, the World Chalice card. And Ib's a phenomenal card. I think this card's really good. Obviously, it's a huge part of the deck, and definitely need it. And then our 10th card is going to be number 38, Hope Harbinger Dragon Titanic Galaxy. It's a lot to say. Two effects, negate a spell your opponent plays and attach it as material. And this card also redirects attack, which sometimes your opponent doesn't forget about. But don't worry about it. You have number 38 here to help you remind them. Then we have 5 other cards. And let me explain about these cards and why they're useful. First of all, these 2 cards is going to be Curious and Sarah Skull Dread. If your opponent plays Infinite Permits or Ash Blossom Joy Spring at the beginning of your combo, these will get you back into your combo. Very simple. Maybe I'll do another video about if that was to happen and just talk about it, but that's basically what it is. It's not the optimal card you want to always go into, but it's a great backup plan. It's a phenomenal contingency plan in case that does happen. So I'm dead serious. These are must-have cards. And then the other 3 is going to be, actually, this is going to be Borsal Dragon. So after you do your full combo board, your opponent's more than likely going to end with a subpar board if they have anything, and then you just Boar Sword them. You Boar Sword them, and then you kill them. That's literally what you do. It's 100% need a card in this deck. I would not take it out for the world. You absolutely need it. And then our last 2 cards are going to be Nightmare Unicorn and Nightmare Phoenix. So sometimes you're gonna end with a board that's gonna have Appaloosa. You're gonna have a Masquerina. Obviously, you're gonna have Colossus. Let me put this aside for a second. You're gonna have Colossus, and you have 38 material. So your opponent's gonna try to bait your first negate. They're always gonna do that. So you're gonna get baited. You're gonna use the 38's effect. Then they're gonna try to go after Appaloosa. Appaloosa more than likely will have about 3 tokens on Appaloosa. If you're lucky, you get 4, but ideally you'll have 3 in most combos. So you'll have 3 on Appaloosa. So what's gonna happen? Your opponent's gonna go, okay, so it's 8, 16, 2400 attack. If I could beat over Appaloosa, I could go into my full combo. But what they don't know is you use Masquerade's effect with 38, and then you go Nightmare Phoenix. Nightmare Phoenix is co-linked to Appaloosa, meaning Appaloosa is not gonna be able to be destroyed by battle. So you'll take damage, sure, no problem. But your Appaloosa is not going to be able to be destroyed by battle, which is huge. And if you use Nightmare Phoenix co-link effect to pop a spell and trap, you get to draw a card. Now, let's say you have the same kind of situation, and your opponent wants to attack your Appaloosa, and you have 1 card in your hand. Well, things change a lot, actually. Because now you get rid of your IP Masquerina and your 38, you go into Nightmare Unicorn, and Unicorn's going to actually bounce that monster back. So that's another huge thing. Now, obviously, you want to do this if this card's on the gate. If this card does not have on the gate, you have a really hard choice. Do you want to use Colossus or 38? To be stone cold honest with you, I still use 38 no matter what, because I always say to myself, your opponent's going to have 4 cards. You're going to snipe 2, they're going to draw 1 for the turn, they'll have 4 cards. The Colossus, static. Just stops your opponent from adding cards to protect their hand. So no matter what, I'm gonna get rid of 38 for either Unicorn or Phoenix. So this is why I play these 2 cards, and it comes up sporadically for either one, and it always comes up, and it's very good. So that's why I play it. Once again, like I said, guys, the extra deck of the Thunder Dragon Seyfert deck is absolutely perfect. Nothing needs to be changed. It's an immaculate extra deck. The main deck is I think it's perfect as it stands right now. I'll have to see if there's any different changes, but as it stands right now, I think it's perfect. And currently, the side deck for the current format, I think is also very perfect. We can talk about maybe summon cards for Phantasme. That's totally fine. But for the most part, I think the extra deck is perfect. And I wouldn't change it for anything, to be honest with you. Maybe add Phantasme and take some other cards out. Depends what you want to take out depending on your locals, regionals, YCS, or what you're expected to play at those events. So guys, get ready for the combo video. And just remember, the reason why I didn't want to do the combo video is because shuffling this deck and then doing it again is a pain. And in the combo video, I explain how I do my combos, because I practice with this deck at least once a day. At least 3 full combos, I should really say, a day. 1 hour averaging, but about 3 full combos every day I practice with this deck. I do 3 full combos, drawing 5 cards no matter what. And I go into that in more detail in my video, in my combo video, which I'll have probably after this one. So, guys, I appreciate you watching, and yeah, take it easy. Okay, guys, so this is a combo video for this deck. What I like to do is like just randomly cut the deck like this whenever I do any combo. And then after I cut the deck, I'm going to roll a dice. So I'm going to roll a dice and we're going to see how many times I cut the deck additionally. This is going to simulate our opponent cutting our deck. So once again, I'm cutting the deck, rolling a dice. Our opponent's going to cut our deck twice. So we just go 1, 2. Nice clean cuts. One in the middle, and 1 on top, and that's good. So we got a deck right there. And I have the extra deck already laid out. We have 10 cards we want to go into it from the extra deck in order to fully do this combo. We have another 5, and we're just going to go over as an opponent and then open any hand traps. Ideally, if your opponent does open a hand trap, it changes the way you play the game. You're going to want to play things like Curious and Saryuja, but in this case, we're going to say, hey, they didn't open a hand trap. Let's go full Thunder Dragon Seyfert Combo. So we're going to draw 5 cards. Okay, so this is actually a pretty good 5 cards we drew. And what we're going to do is we're going to normal summon Draconet. That's going to be the first card. So this Draconet, Draconet's effect's going to activate. And that's going to let special summon any vanilla monster. I think it's vanilla dragon. I don't know. It's the serpent. You basically Draconet and the serpent. Excuse me. And then we go Draconet and the serpent. And then we're going to go into if the World Challenge Sakar. I always like to put it in defense mode. Normally it would search out World Legacy Guard Dragon, but we have it over here. So we're going to play the World Legacy Guard Dragon. Bring out our Gax Serpent out again, get rid of these 2, and then go into Sideframe Lamba. Now, since we have Lamba, we're going to use the effect of Ib. Ib's going to let us go ahead and special summon out the World Challenge Guard Dragon. Now, what I personally like to do is, I like to go into Appaloosa before I go into my Guard Dragon plays. Because if your opponent's still holding on to an Ash Blossom and Joy Spring, if they hit that with LP, you're in a pretty bad spot. But if you go into Appaloosa Bolded Goddess, if they have Ash, now they can't really utilize it. So what we have here is Danger Jackalope and Danger Nessie. Now, it depends on you how you play them. I know people want to play Jackalope first, or they want to play Nessie first. To be honest with you, to sake of argument, I don't know these changes that well. I'm not really that good with them. I just know what some of them. I know what some of them do. I have a brief synopsis. What some of them do, and in this case, we'll just go with Jackalope. Is that cool? Cool. Okay, great. So we're gonna shuffle our hand. We got 3 cards in hand, and once again, we're always gonna roll the dice. We're gonna simulate our opponent doing this. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Dice rolls on 1, 2, and we snipe our Jackalope. Since we snipe our Jackalope, we get the effect of Jackalope, which special summons a danger monster. So we're gonna special summon out. Where is it? Where is it? The Danger Mothman. Okay, perfect. So we have 2 cards on our hand, and we have Mothman, War Chest, Guard Dragon, and land on board, and that's gonna get us to Appaloosa. So we go right into Appaloosa, and we put 3 on it. Sometimes people like to put 3 on the side, some like to put 3 on. It really depends on the judge and your locals, but either way, Appaloosa has 3 on it. Now, once again, we have 2 cards in hand, and we have a graveyard that we can still use. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna banish War Child's Guard Dragon. I'll put our bench power over here just for sake of argument. This War Child's Guard Dragon, and that's gonna special summon out Galaxy Serpent, and then we're gonna go into our Guard Dragon play. So we're gonna get over here and we're gonna go into LP. Now we're using LP's effect, but we have Chaos Dragon Levianeer. So I'm gonna show you a couple of things. If we didn't have Chaos Dragon Levianeer, ideally we would want to go into Brotor, which is Armor Dragon Brotor. We discard a card, target to self, and let's add a Chaos Dragon Levianeer. But since we don't need a Chaos Dragon Levianeer, we got a couple of options. Now our hand's not looking too big. We have 2. Excuse me. We have 2 cards in the hand, so we don't have that big of a hand, and we still want to do our full combo. So what I recommend in this instance is to bring out Starly Seyfert on the board. So we go Starly Seyfert, and then we use its effect. So it's gonna pop itself, and it's gonna add any low for a Dragon Monster. For our deck to our hand. So we can do White Dragon White Buster or Black Dragon Collapse Serpent. For this case, we'll just add White Dragon White Buster to our hand, right over here, and then we're gonna bring them out and use this effect. So White Buster is gonna bash a Dark Monster. Bring out White Buster, get rid of that guy, and then go Guard Dragon Pisty, and then we're gonna use the effect of White Dragon White Buster, which is going to let us add Black Dragon Collapse Serpent. So there we go, Black Dragon Collapse Serpent, beautiful. So what we have here now is we're gonna use Guard Dragon Pisty's effect, just to bring out another guy. So we'll bring out Starly Seyfert, and then we're gonna banish these 2 to go into the Green Knight Romulus to add the field spell. So once again, everything's going in rotation. As you can see, everything has a specific order. This is the ideal combo. This is the ideal order. Technically speaking, I should have put this here. I'll explain that later on. But you want to have this all in the ideal scenario. You want this to be exactly flawless how I'm doing it. And if you guys ever have any problems following up, there's my extra deck over here. In case you're not on camera, let's see. Yep, okay. There's my extra deck over here. This is the next card I want to go into within the combo. So let's finish up Romulus. We're going to add Dragon's Ravine to our hand. So Dragon's Ravine is going to go to our hand. And then we're going to bring it out. And then we're going to go we're going to pitch Danger Nessie with Dragon's Ravine's effect to dump, hold on one second, where is he? To dump Darkness Diabolos. Nessie's effect's gonna let us add a danger monster. Let's add Tsuchinoko. We're gonna actually be able to special summon Tsuchinoko later on in the combo. So we have 2 dragon monsters, and we want to have 3. Luckily, we have our Black Dragon Collapse Serpent that we're about to special summon right now to have 3 dragon monsters, and that's huge actually. So we'll get rid of White Dragon White Buster for that. Any light monster really does not matter. Now we have 3 dragon monsters, and that's gonna let us go into Trishula Dragon of the Icy Imprisonment. So we're gonna banish these 3. And we're going to go into Trishula. We're going to use Trishula's effect, and that's going to special summon us. Well, no, I'm sorry. That's going to banish a Thunder Dragon Roar from the deck. Banish the Thunder Dragon Roar from our deck. Banish the top card from our opponent's deck. And then we get to look in the extra deck and banish 1 card from the extra deck, which is actually really huge. So then we're going to use Thunder Dragon Roar's effect, and that's going to proc and bring us Thunder Dragon Dark on board. So he's going to hit the field. And then we're going to get rid of these 2 to link to IP Masquerena. Ideally, you want to do this because if you have extra and the combo with extra card in your hand, you use Masquerena for like Nightmare Phoenix to line up with Appaloosa to protect your Appaloosa, Nightmare Unicorn for extra interruption, and also when you go into Ivy Mask Arena, we get the dump out Thunder Dragon Dark, which is going to let us add Thunder Dragon Hawk to our hand. So we're gonna do that right now. So it does a lot than just leaving it on board as a big body. It's good as a big body. This is just a better play. So we have Thunder Dragon Hawk in our hand. Excuse me. So now we're gonna look at our graveyard. It's always good to check and analyze your graveyard constantly, which I'm doing right here because you just want to make sure you have the right amount of cards in your graveyard. And then what we're gonna do is, in this instance, we're gonna play Thunder Dragon Hawk, use his effect to special summon out Dragon Dark. Actually, no, I'm sorry. Instead of Dragon Dark, let's do Dragon Roar. And the reason why we want to do Dragon Roar is because even though we could do Dragon Dark, Dragon Roar is going to get a card from banish to our field. We're going to go into Colossus eventually, and it's going to end in a graveyard, and we're going to be able to banish it later on. So this is the better play. So let's do this. We're going to special out Dragon Roar. Now, we have the Tsuchinoko in hand, and let's try to cheat out a +1. I say we do Tsuchinoko right now. The reason why is because we have that Seyfert in graveyard, so even if we do hit our Chaos Dragon Levineer, we're going to use Seyfert to bring that back. If we hit Tsuchinoko, no big deal. We'll special summon Tsuchinoko. But if we don't hit Tsuchinoko, we get to draw a extra card from our hand, which you kind of want to do. So let's do that right now. So we can shuffle our hand. Very simple. And we're going to roll dice. Odds, evens. Whoop. 5, so that's odds, this one over here. So we sniped out on Tsuchinoko. No big deal. Tsuchinoko's effect is going to special summon. We're going to want to bring out Tsuchinoko, by the way. And the reason why is because it's a dark monster that we can use with Darkest Diabolos for the rest of the combo. So, Dragon Roar is going to go away, and that's going to give us a Thunder Dragon Colossus. We'll put Colossus right over here, and that's going to proc the effect of Darkest Diabolos, so he'll hit the board. And then we use Diabolos' effect. And you always want to use his effect first, by the way. And the reason why you want to use his effect first, because your opponent gets to decide what they want to lose. So use his effect. We're going to get rid of Tsuchinoko. Your opponent's going to decide what they want to lose, and you let them decide whatever it is. It doesn't really matter, to be honest with you. And then we're going to go into Chaos Dragon Levineer, and then it's going to be random. So at first it'll side, and then second it'll be random. So then we're going to get rid of 3 Dark Monsters to get rid of the card in their hand. So 1. And you always want to use Dark Monsters you don't really need, like Draco Net, where you don't really have any use for any of these cards. I always like to personally save the Dragons in Graveyard. It's just good for the Dragon Colossus. So we'll get rid of these three monsters right over here. So those are gone. And then we're going to get rid of these 3, and then we're going to turn them into a number 38 Hope Harbinger. And this is basically the board. It's that simple. It's that easy. It's very intricate, though. We went through 10 extra deck monsters in order to get to this exact board. And I like this board a lot, to be honest with you, because there's a couple of things. And let's go over them real quickly. Number 1, opponent's not going to be able to add cards from the deck to their hand except by drawing them. So that's pretty big with Thunder Dragon Colossus effect. Number 2, Hope Harbinger has 2 effects. Number 1 is when an opponent activates a spell, we're just going to gain it as material. Number 2, if an opponent tries to, let's say, attack Ivy Mask Arena, we use Hope Harbinger's effect to make it attack Thunder Dragon Colossus. And being the fact that we have the Dragon Dark in Graveyard, we could banish Dragon Dark to save it in case they can hit Dragon Dark and get over it. We could save it, and when we save it, we can add another Thunder Dragon monster, which more than likely will be Thunder Dragon Duos, which you want to add to your hand. Also, if you use the effect of number 38 Hope Harbinger, and use the effect in the gate, and you worry about your opponent still trying to go over your Appaloosa, let's say you use Appaloosa effect and you only have 1 negation, so you only have injured attack, what you can do is you can use Ivy Mask Arena's effect with number 38 Hope Harbinger and go into a Nightmare Phoenix. This will do a couple of things. 1, it's going to protect Nightmare Phoenix, since it's co-linked with Appaloosa, it's going to protect Appaloosa from being destroyed by battle. Number 2, you're dumping Chaos Dragon Levineer in Graveyard, which is really great because if you have Seyfert in Graveyard like I do, you can bring that Seyfert back. And the thing about Seyfert is, once again, when you go Chaos Dragon Levineer on board next turn, you're going to be able to banish that Thunder Dragon Dark. And by banishing Thunder Dragon Dark, you're going to be able to add Thunder Dragon Duo to your hand to bring him out as well. They're both level 8s, not that really matters as much anymore because you got rid of your only rank 8, but it's still really good to have 2 big speed stick monsters on board to help you just try to end your opponent as fast as possible. Because when you're playing this deck, you don't want to play like turn 3 and 4. You want to end it by turn 1, 2. 3, 4 is really bad, and more than likely as turns progress, the odds of winning get lower and lower. But this is basically the combo with Thunder Dragons. It's very simple. Had we ended with a card on hand, so if we end up with one card in our hand, instead of going Nightmare Phoenix, we would also have the option to go into Nightmare Unicorn, which adds interruption. So what would happen was, being the fact that IP Masquerade is a Link 2, if we had one card in our hand, let's say it was a random card in our hand, we, after using a negate from number 38 Hope Harbinger, we can actually get rid of these guys, go into Nightmare Unicorn, pitch a card in our hand, and that will stop our opponent again. So this gives us more free way to what do we want to do as far as the cards we draw and the cards we have in our hand at the end of our combo. Ideally, this is probably more than likely the amount of board you're going to have within your combo, but there are times you will end with extra card in hand. But yeah, I mean, it's going to be really hard for your opponent to get rid of Appaloosa while with you going to number 38 Hope Harbinger, because that's going to put more stress on your opponent, which you definitely want to do as fast as possible, as fast as possible. The opponent's going to have 2 cards less in their hand, and after they draw, they're only going to have 4 cards in their hand. That's it, only 4 cards in their hand. And with those 4 cards, they have to get rid of this board with the threat and the protection of both Phoenix and Nightmare Unicorn. And that's basically the hopeful combo for the Thunder Dragon deck. Thunder Dragon Seyfert combo. Once again, I think Curious and Surge are still needed, because if your opponent tries to stop any of your cards early in the combo, you can still go into these cards, which will still enable you to get in the full combo later on in the turn. And of course, Borsal Dragon is one of those cards that you always want to have. It's a phenomenal card. It can help you end games, and a lot of times when you're in that turn 2, or maybe even turn 3, Borsal is going to help you end that game as fast as possible. So this is why I think that deck is perfect, why I think the main deck for the most part is perfect, and the side deck, I always think it's good. I think it's good for the current meta and will always be changing. Once again, even though I like this deck a lot, I still think that this deck is, even though I think this is one of the best decks, I think post-January Banlist is one that we can see this deck really shine. That is, of course, unless Konami really hits hard some of the combo pieces, but for the most part, I don't think they're going to. I think they're going to be focusing on other cards, and when they do, I think this deck's really going to shine. It's going to be the most best and dominant combo deck in the meta. And if you guys think so yourselves, I would appreciate it. Comment down below. If you guys want to test the deck out, please try it out on Dueling Book or whatever online dueling program you use, or if you have the deck, build it in real life, bring it to your locals, test it with friends. It's a phenomenal deck. The combo is really easy once you understand the combo, once you understand the steps of attaining the combo. And to be honest with you, once again, I think if you're working on this deck right now, you're ahead of the curve for those who are not ready for this deck. Come January Banlist, when everyone's trying to figure out what they want to play, I once again think this is going to be really good. If Colossus gets limited, that's no big deal. If any Thunder Dragons get hit in any way, shape, or form, that's really not that big of a deal. The deck can still function very well. And once again, guys, I'd like to know what you guys think about this video and this deck. And comment down below. It's your boy V and you Paisanos. You Paisanos have a great day.